Okay, unpopular opinion. Sometimes doing gross things isn't because we want to. It's because being poor made us that way. So the post says I see a lot of posts saying it's weird when my partner doesn't shower for days on end. It's weird when my partner doesn't change the sheets, and it's weird when my partner doesn't brush their teeth. I know a lot of these things are seen as basic hygiene, but to me as a child they were incredible blessings I didn't have access to, and consequently didn't really know how to deal with as I became older. My response to basic forms of living was avoidance. Even now, it's hard for me to spend a lot of money on nicer stuff because of the fear I had growing up. I had to sleep on the floor in a sleeping bag when I was a child. I didn't know what it was like to have sheets. So when I got a mattress, I thought that was good enough. I didn't know you had to buy a duvet cover for your blanket, so I just used a blanket. I didn't know pillows had covers. My parents couldn't afford toothpaste or even cook food. I got yelled at when I showered for too long every time, so I just tried to avoid it, and even into my early 20s. Sometimes people cite depression or trauma or whatever. The truth is, sometimes the practical way of getting through life is not the most appealing. And that's what I did for a lot of my early 20s. I look back and chuckle at how gross it was, but understand that not everyone has the chance to change their mindset or even their circumstances. All this to just say, sometimes reading those posts make me feel a little bit low class. So, this is funny to me specifically because my parents got divorced, I think when I was like 5, and they were really well off. I would say middle class, upper middle class, nice house, nice cars. When they got divorced, it was the whole thing crumbled. They got their own places, and I ended up staying with my mom, and we slept on the floor for the first like 2 months, and we didn't have nice things. I specifically didn't have a nice bed and or sheets or pillow covers, and I definitely didn't shower every day because that was too expensive. And I remember eating this one brand of, um, man, it had like a little monkey on it, but it was like a TV dinner that we had every single day. It was chicken nuggets or mac and cheese or whatever other random meals there were. So yeah, I remember being poor, and then all of a sudden, my mom and my stepdad got together, and they started focusing on their finances, and you know, age 15 through 18, I had my nice 2002 Jeep Wrangler. I had nice things, furniture, bedding, clothing, and I remember struggling with the idea that I had to shower every day because when we were poor, I didn't. I struggled with the idea of brushing your teeth twice in one day. That was crazy. What happens when you run out of toothpaste? So this is a really interesting point of view that I don't feel like a lot of my friends have. And certainly, I don't run into it a lot, so I figured I'd share that.